Now that Boruto has announced its official comeback, it's time to admit that it was never that bad in the first place. But before we get to that subject, let's talk about the announcement of its comeback. In a new Q&A, Naruto's voice actor had confirmed that she's been working on her voice lines for part 2, which is Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, which is gonna be absolutely peak if you've been reading the Boruto manga. With all the drippy ass characters, crazy ass plot twists, and top tier fights, Boruto being scaled high as shit now because of the power boost that all the characters have been getting in the manga. I mean, some of these characters can compete with some top tier anime verses. Let's get into why Boruto was always overhated. One of the main things that people like to complain about when it comes to Boruto is the filler. And to be honest, Boruto doesn't have as much filler as people think, because these episodes are really anime canon episodes. Just because it didn't happen in the manga doesn't mean it's always filler, because some animes like Boruto, for example, has anime only canon episodes that actually does count to the storyline. One of the most irritating excuses I hear from people is that Boruto isn't about ninjas anymore. But when you really sit here and think about it, Naruto was never really only about ninjas anyway. I mean, bro, look at Sasuke's curse mark transformation. You have literal demons living inside of children and other people who has nothing to do with ninjas. You got literal aliens coming from out of space, living on the moon. You got a literal snake man, Orochimaru, and then you have a literal shark man. And another thing people like to complain about is the technology and all the new shit in Boruto. But bro, you gotta understand, it's 30 years in the future. They were bound to gain some type of new tech. Hell, I mean, even in the very beginning of Naruto Shippuden, we see Guy using headphones, radio headphones. But like I said, Boruto is absolutely overhated. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments.